Hey, good morning guys, it's just Patrick here coming to you live again from Complete Health Eastbourne. We just finished our first ever weekend open event and I just wanted to say thank you to anyone that actually attended appointments here down at Complete Health. We had an absolutely amazing time and we had some really good feedback. We were just doing some really fun stuff, just doing the posture screens and just showing people a little bit more about what it is that we do here in the clinic for all of our chiropractic patients. So we just went through and did some screenings and had a look at some of the alignment issues that we can see, or some of the most common alignment issues we see with the members of the public. Now, what I wanted to talk about today was really looking at how headaches are one of the most common things that chiropractors will see. And I just wanted to talk about some of the most common areas that I see going wrong in patients that walk into my clinic with headaches. Now, typically, the most common headache that someone will walk into the clinic with is either a tension type cervicogenic or migraine type headache. So migraines, in my experience, typically have a trigger type headache, which is normally the tension-based headache. Now, I really wanted to go through the three main muscles that are involved. Morning, Faye. The three main muscles that I see that are involved with most people with headaches. Now, what we have to understand is that two of these muscles are going to be the pain producing muscles, and one of them is actually going to be a muscle that is gone inactive, and as a result is basically making the other muscles put on too much strain. So typically, there are a couple of muscles around the neck and the shoulders that will actually refer up into the head, and typically they refer up around this kind of eye region. A lot of people with migraines will tell you is that they get this kind of warning headache where it kind of comes up across the temples, from the back of the head, around the eye. It almost feels like someone's trying to take a pole and they'll drill it through from the eye, and it will go straight through to the back and underneath with the base of the skull is. Now, just underneath the base of the skull here at the back, there are a small set of muscles that are really no bigger than your thumb that sit directly underneath the skull. Now, for anybody that sits at a computer all day, what we tend to do is overextend our occiput. Now, this will actually have an impact on both of the muscles that are involved. Now, typically what we will find is the muscle here, the trapezius, and the muscles underneath the base of the skull, from where the head is so extended using stuff like computers, mobile phones, tablets, laptops, sitting behind a car wheel, or even just stuff like heavy lifting and holding your handbags, will start to actually engage these muscles on a much more regular basis than what our body is used to. And as a result, what happens is tension starts to build up over time, scar tissue and fibrosis starts to build up in the muscle, and that muscle will become knotted and tight. Now, given enough time, that will actually start to deform the shape of the muscle and the joints around the neck, and it will actually start to change the position of our neck and our shoulders. And this can actually start to lead to a lot of that grinding, clicking, clunking feelings around your neck and your shoulders, and start to lead to this tension that creates these headaches. So these two muscles will normally go very tight. Now, simply, you can really easily stretch them just by taking the head forward towards one side and taking a hand on top of the head and just gently pulling forward on both sides. You can also quite easily get either a ball or your own hands and just starting drawing circles on the shoulders and underneath the base of the skull. Now, a lot of people will report marked reductions in their headaches just by being able to massage and stretch out those muscles. Now, the other one that's really heavily involved with headaches, yes, it can. So having the wrong pillows can obviously heighten, especially if you have too many pillows. If you have too many pillows, you can lift the head up, and again, you can start to stretch and upset those tissues, especially around the neck and the muscles in the neck. So the last one that we generally see that's involved with headaches is something called the deep neck flexors. And again, because people sit in this hyperextended position, the muscles in the front of the neck tend to go a lot weaker. So one of the best things that I find for getting these deep neck flexors to work is literally just doing something we call the chicken. So taking the head forward and tucking it back. Taking the head forward and tucking it back. And actually learning how to engage and use those flexors. Now you can easily do this as a simple hold against the wall, where you take the whole of your back flat to the wall and tuck in. What we know about headaches is most of them are generated from our neck and our shoulders, because most of the nerves coming up to our head are going to really come from around the base of the skull, around the neck, and the muscles that are around the neck tend to refer up into the head. So this is, for me, these are the three biggest muscles that I see involved. Your suboccipital muscles that sit just underneath your skull, again, you can quite easily get in there and massage those. The ones that sit on your shoulders, again, easily, much better done with a ball against a wall, again, easily to massage. And then the deep neck flexors. Now, the thing is if these muscles are not actually helping or resolving your headaches, the likelihood is that the deformities have gone too far. This is potentially when you need some help. And this is where the full assessment and examination can tend to be really, really helpful. And in some cases, we may even find that those headaches are not actually coming from muscles or tension around the neck. They're actually coming from nerve or neurological changes. And so that's where really going that step further might be helpful for you. So hopefully you guys have found some value in this video. If you are suffering with headaches, then obviously you might find some value with this. If you know someone that is suffering with headaches, then what I do is just recommend sharing and helping them out. And if they get some value from this, then hopefully that can put one more person's mind, or should I say head, at ease. And then, like I say, if you have any further questions or you need any additional help, please just hit us a message, just share and like, and we'll just be here to try and help as many people as we possibly can for as long as we possibly can. Guys, we've got a killer week now in practice after our weekend. So I apologize if I'm not going to be as consistent with these videos this week, because unfortunately, this is going to be the busiest week I have ever had in practice since I graduated as a chiropractor. This is going to be the busiest week I've ever had. So it's really, really nice to see that everybody is so enthused about looking after their health post-COVID. But just be aware that obviously, like I say, from where I'm going to be so busy, I may not be so consistent. So I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm going to do my absolute best to make sure that I'm on here every single day for you guys, to make sure that I'm still delivering the highest in quality, in value for you, for those of you that have been listening daily. Take care and see you guys again soon.